Ladies and gentlemen, fake spirituality is dead. It is dead. It's dying. It's toast. It's over. And what does that mean? What does it mean that fake spirituality was dead? Well, if it was fake, it's a good thing that it's dead. Today on the Shaman Patrick show, we'll look at a video that explores how so many people are waking up to bullshit, word salad, nonsense, sacred unions, divine unions, feminine polarities, and masculine. I may as well be talking gibberish right now because it is gibberish. It never made any sense to me. And here's the thing that I feel bad about. I went along with it. Because what else are you going to do? What else are you going to do? I went along with it. I endured it. I suffered fools gladly because I thought, well, this is the language, right? This is the language of spirituality, right? But it never sat right with me, ever, ever, ever. And I'm going to explain to you my process and other people's processes. And some of you might feel very called out today. You might feel very called out, but let's call it out. Let's get real. Let's get fucking real. What is real spirituality? If fake spirituality is dead, what is real? Well, let's see if we can answer that today on the Shaman Patrick show. Let's go. Many of you know my story about how I was an alcoholic atheist. And in 2013, I had a near-death experience. I made a whole YouTube channel about it. I didn't know what was going on with me. I didn't know. I was like, what the fuck? You know, some people might want to call it enlightenment without consent when you just have one of those spiritual awakenings and it completely wrecks you. You can no longer operate in the world as it was. People thought I lost my mind, and I did. It was very difficult. It was painful. It ripped me apart. Spirits ripped me apart. That's how I know spirits are real. That's how I know God is real. I know it because I went through it. It was not fun. It was rough. That's why I tell people shamanism and spiritual awakening and even enlightenment is not for pussies. It is not. It will rip your heart out, stomp on it, and put it back into your chest. And when it goes back into your chest, it's covered in cat hair and it's got gravel in it. It is rough awakening to reality, free of buffers, no drugs, no alcohol. It fucking sucks. And then you have to learn how to deal with it. So for those people out there who are like, love and light, ooh, take some more shrooms, find your sacred, divine, harmonious union. Fuck you. That's not what it's about. That ain't what it's about at all. It ain't. And I went along with it because, like I said, what else are you going to do? You know, I was denied entry into those love and light circles. I was denied entry into the shaman group on Facebook for being too real. Can you imagine that? I was a little troublemaker. I had lots of questions. I didn't blame them. I had a lot of questions when I was a Catholic schoolboy as well. I just had a lot of questions. I've always had a lot of questions. Patrick has got a lot of questions. I still have a lot of questions. The Shaman Patrick show is an ongoing video, a video that I started in 2013. Oh, you thought these were separate videos? Oh no, this is one long video from when I was first awakened, when I was first ripped to shreds by the spirits. It's one long video. It's thousands of hours long. And no one has seen the whole video. Not even me. That's what I'm talking about when we're talking about spiritual awakening and spiritual truth and what real spirituality is. because that video, that one long video is for me, for me and me alone. You guys get to peek in on it. I'm not going to tell anybody how to live. I'm not going to tell anybody what they should do with their life. What I can do is say, I've been there. I have been where you are. I have been exactly where you are. I was grappling with similar things, and I was initiated as a shaman, and this is what I can do. I can help you with this, this, and this. I can't tell you how to live. I can't tell you who to sleep with. I can't tell you what to eat. I can't. Y'all don't even listen to me anyway. Nobody listens to me anyway, unless they want to. But even then, people don't do what they don't want to do. But the thing about fake spirituality is it is so seductive. It offers easy solutions. It offers just raise your vibration, bro. I mean, I like simplicity. I love simplicity, but it takes a while to break down the ego's defenses until you can get to that simplicity. It takes a while. I mean, what was I doing 10 years ago? Let's take a peek. Let's look at a video I made 10 years ago and peek in to that version of me and see what the fuck I was up to. This should be fun. This is a video titled Loving Yourself 100% and the Illusion of Stability. This was recorded in December of 2013. This is 12 years now. Let's see what this little Patrick was up to.
Hello, my name is Patrick Coleman, and I'm a psychic and a medium. And
because that's what I thought was going on with me. I didn't know.
And I'm here in Chicago, Illinois, in my apartment that I have nicknamed the Haunted Spaceship. I'm drinking coffee. Coffee is good. Today I want to talk about stability and how stability is an illusion, that your entire world can be erased in one day. You could lose your job. You could get into a car accident. A lot of different things could happen to you. Very weird and interesting things that would erase everything you know about life. So, Buddhist monk Pema Chodron talks about stability, how to build a stable house. So, let's think for a second. Let me get this snow off everything. Okay, so let's think about stability as a house. Okay? So, here's a house. You are a house. And you need to be stable. When people say, I don't think you're stable, what they really mean is that they don't think they're stable. Okay? Because stable houses know their foundation. Let me get this snow off. Okay, cool.
And that's I hate to say it, but that's how people knew I was a shaman, because I was talking about things in a certain way. And I wasn't necessarily into all that fake spirituality. Even back then, I tolerated it. I went along with it, but I didn't tolerate it very, very much. I tolerated it today for a brief bit, and I'm going to get into that later. But I used to watch a lot of spiritual videos on the internet. I used to watch a lot of them. And I learned that a lot of them fail to address the ego. They fail to address shadow work. They just fail to address a lot of things. Today, here, let me show you what I think is the most spiritual video on YouTube at this moment. Here is the most spiritual video that I have seen on YouTube at this moment. Cappuccina, ballerina, espresso una signora, cimpanzini, bananini, bonbombini, gussini, tripi, troppi, borbaloni, luli, lolli. So why do I think that's the most spiritual video on the internet? It's called Italian Brain Rot. There's a whole series of them. I love them. They are the most sacred thing that I've ever seen. Why? Because it doesn't take this shit too damn seriously. It doesn't take it too damn seriously. But it also, at the same time, is very, very serious. It's a fine line. I know. It's a fine line. I know. Merrick and I have been obsessed with these Italian brain rot videos. You can get obsessed with them too. They're the most honest, most spiritual thing that you will see on the internet today. Today, right now, Google it. Italian brain rot. Do yourself a favor. Quit watching all those fake spiritual videos. Just quit watching them. It's bypassing in a bucket. When I saw this video, I laughed so hard. That I thought I was going to die. I had a spiritual experience while watching this video for the first time. And Merrick had a spiritual experience as well, to this frog girl right here. Had a spiritual experience with this little frog girl right here. All of these have names. All of these little animals have names. Italian brain rot. The most spiritual thing on the internet that you will see today. Trust me. More spiritual than Aaron Abke. More spiritual than Carrie Kay. The most spiritual thing is Italian brain rot. It is. Why is that? Because it breaks through those illusions. It's not trying to be anything. It's not trying to be good. It's not trying to be bad. It's just what it is. Merrick and I have had a deep ass conversation about Italian brain rot. How brilliant it is. How perfect it is. How beautiful and lovely it is. And we're obsessed. Our minds are not on the problems in the world that we can't solve anyway. They're on Italian brain rot. They are on Italian brain rot. And that's perfect. That's perfect for us. But, concrete shamanism is all the joy of life. Let's have some fucking fun. Eat what you want. Drink what you want. Do what you want. Have fun. But don't hurt yourself and don't hurt other people. And try to be sober along the way. Try to be sober. I know many people won't get sober, but I'm going to keep putting that bug in people's bonnets. So now that we've had some appetizers today, I do want to say that the videos that I made 10 years ago, I looked back on some of them and I'm like, I never really was too much into that fake spirituality. I dabbled in it. I got into it, but I was mainly not allowed into those circles. Spirits wouldn't let me get into those circles and learn that lingo. So the video that I want to talk about today is from a channel from Real Kaya. What is it with me and these Kayas? Kaya's World? I got another Kaya that I'm currently falling in love with. This is called Spiritual People Are Done with the Spiritual Community TikTok Reaction. Now, I don't have TikTok. I don't look at TikTok, especially not for spiritual stuff. I mean, like I said, I have been making one video for the past 12 years. And and it takes a long time for people to get in the groove of what concrete shamanism and Shaman Patrick are all about. It takes a while. You got to warm up to me. You got to go on dates with me on your YouTube. You got to see what I'm all about. And that and stuff like that takes time. I'm not an easily accessible person. Not anymore. For some of you I am, but for the people who I'm easily accessible for, you guys are badasses. But for the love and light crowd, they don't understand what I'm talking about. What do you mean ego? What do you mean shadow work? That shit scares them. Scares them. But if you're going to be a spiritual teacher in today's day and age, you're going to have to get real with your teachings, with your followers, with your students, with the people that you help. If you use some of this spiritual language, I understand why you might think that you need to use it. But I have slowly been transitioning away from this. I've slowly been transitioning away from the star seed, from some of the nonsensical, some of the senseless things that don't make sense to general population. Actually, they may be true, but what does it matter? What does it matter? So what? I'm a Namo from the Sirius star system, but I'm not there now. Doesn't matter. And a lot of that stuff can lead to ego inflation, can lead to feelings of superiority or that you're special. But let's end this shit. Let's end it. It served its purpose. It got us here. Congratulations. But I'm slowly transitioning away from that kind of stuff. And I'm going to tell you more as we watch this video. But Real Kaya, let's go, girl. Let's take it away.
So I don't consider myself to be spiritual or a part of the spiritual community, because if you look, it has turned into like another religion. Just look, because of all of the rules. Meditate, do this, raise your vibrations, you need to clear your chakras, you got all these entities attached to you, you gotta do this, cleanse your karma, ancestral karma, you gotta cleanse, detach, raise your vibration, blah, blah, blah. In order to live the life that you want, you need to be high vibration, blah, blah, blah. It's fake. You don't have to do all these cleansings and clearing the chakras. You don't have any of these weird entity attachments. You don't have all this stuff and that. You don't have to clear all your karma. It's just a lot of fear attached to that. It's unnecessary fear and rules. For what? Like, this is my reality. I can do whatever I want. You can do whatever you want to do. Just imagine it up. Close your eyes and then what do you want to see? There you go. It's all just coming from the mind anyway. So don't feel bad or feel like you have to do so much to just project whatever fake reality you want to see anyway.
Okay, y'all, we have come into a time. I went through it. Okay, welcome forward to another video. Today we are going over, as you can see, what's already in the title. Yeah, no matter what time you're in, or even if you look at history, there is always going to be some being or some person that is manipulating people who are trying to follow God, the Most High Source, Divine Mother, people whose consciousness are going into enlightenment and rising higher in this planet. And some people who are on their journey, they find people who they resonate with when it comes down to information. And then these people with information, they ask for money or they want to do a reading on you. They tell you something new that you need to worry about or have anxiety about. They tell you they have methods and ways to cleanse your karma. They make up some curse that's in your bloodline that you need to cleanse.
This is, so many people have come to me wanting me to clear up a curse for them. And they've gotten mad at me when I say, the only way a curse will work is if you believe in it. And that some psychic told them that they had a curse. And then I'm like, this is how bad it is, because people get upset at me for being real with them in this way. And, I didn't know where it was coming from. Until, I'm just going to say it, somebody that I was related to by marriage started coming at me with all this cockamamie shit. And he would say things and I'm like, where in the fuck are you getting this? I know that was ripped into awakening. I know I was ripped into spirituality, and my experience with it is not this divine feminine, divine masculine, eros, stallion, taking drugs for spiritual, that was not my experience. I mean, my experience was very, but it was impenetrable. I couldn't get through to him. I would ask him, where is this coming from? And he's like, oh, from these people I was hanging out with. And I'm like, well, I ain't never heard of that shit in my dealings with spirits. And in talking to other shamans, I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know where you're getting that. I mean, I don't know what that is. But it wasn't until Aubrey Marcus pulled that shit on his wife and seeing other people's reaction. I'm like, oh my God, he's getting it from Aubrey Marcus. Did he buy an Aubrey Marcus program? Is that where it comes from? But that was when I finally knew where it was coming from. I just couldn't see it before. I was blocked from it before. But now I'm I'll tell people straight up, I don't know where you're getting that. Shamans are usually sober. People don't take drugs for enlightenment. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm speechless sometimes. Like, why aren't you curious about whether or not the spiritual practices that you're engaging with are really good for you? Why aren't you scared about that? And as far as giving readings and stuff like that, and if people want to make you scared of something or scared of something, our work is all about ego, mind, shadow work, pain body. Like, these are things that you can actually fucking work on in your life. And I don't think that you should scare people into spirituality. Spirituality itself is scary enough.
Lately, a lot of people on TikTok are saying that they have been leaving the spiritual community because of the corruptions and other creator beings, humans, other people of different races are joining in on spirituality, and some people just not resonating with what all of this information is coming from and how you getting it. Notice in this video, you see that there's some thin line between information that is esoteric, and then there's also like, okay, this is manipulative.
This new age of spirituality is like so toxic, and we need to talk about it. Dangers of new age spirituality.
Here is why I left the new age.
So loads of people are still not getting it. So I'm going to show you what spiritual psychosis looks like.
The message from the Arcturians.
I'm a starseed. A lot of people ask me, how do I know if I'm a starseed? But
why I don't let my wife set boundaries with me. Setting a boundary sounds like, stop doing this, don't do that. That's energetically leading, which means it's masculine, which means it's disrespectful when a woman communicates that.
Exiting their matrix and programming and waking up to the real world that has always been behind the scenes. There are many other alien species disguised as humans walking around among you, arranging timelines.
Why I stopped drinking water and why you should too.
The fuck? All right. So all of that stuff, yes, that is spiritual psychosis. It is. But I think that's also a necessary part of it. But also, I think that you eventually grow out of that. So I'm not going to shame any of these people for getting involved in all of that stuff. Lord knows I got into it. But it's also a part of the process. I used to think I was Jesus for about a couple hours. For a couple hours. But here's the thing, there's an element of insanity in everything. Anytime there's a collective or a group, there's an element of insanity in all of it. And once you realize that element of insanity, you can walk away from it. You don't have to jump into something different. And I think that's where this real grounded spirituality is going to serve anybody who is leaving this stuff behind. We're not going to leave those who followed fake spirituality to this point. We're not going to leave you on blast or on red. We're not going to leave you that way. But there is a real grounded spirituality that comes after it. And I do think it just happens to be what's around. Like you start to think that there's more. You start to have these sorts of awakenings. And this stuff is just there. It's everywhere. It's ubiquitous. It's all over. At the time, it was all over Facebook. There wasn't a whole lot of spiritual content on YouTube at that time. You had to actually go out onto the internet and seek it out. And it just wasn't everywhere. It's everywhere now. It's all over the place now. And anybody can pick it up and start speaking the language. Anybody can. And you'll go far if you can start speaking that language. If you can speak that lingo, that bypass shuffle, you can go really far. But for those of you who are ready to drop that lingo and just see it for what it is, there's an element of insanity in it. And you know what? That's great, because if it helps people go insane, then they're going to be able to come back to sanity. It's easy to make fun of this stuff, isn't it? I mean, it's easy to make fun of it, but don't do that. Don't make fun of this stuff. Just observe it. Just witness it and see it, because there are videos out there of me talking about crazy shit like this too. You couldn't have convinced me that I was in some sort of spiritual psychosis. You couldn't have convinced me of that. So don't challenge those delusions. Just let those be. All right.
Will live for much longer, 250 years or more. Let me just say, the movement against starseeds, which there are very few real starseeds. You might have lived off this planet, but starseeds came here to help you leave this planet.
Here's how vibration works and why your entire life depends on it.
It's literally telling us, do not talk about this low vibrational stuff. You're going to bring your vibration low. And it's all about raising your vibration so that the only way you can really save humanity is not bringing up these topics and talking about the real shit that's going on that people are unaware of because the media doesn't talk about this shit. Let's only talk about light and love so that we can raise the vibration. It's all about us.
Girl, that is called bypassing. You have to, like, don't look at the shit that's going on in the world and focus on all the shit that's going on in the world. Look in yourself. Look at what's going on with you. What's going on with you? When we went to that No Kings protest, I recognized a couple of the ladies who were protesting at the No Kings protest. And I didn't say anything, but I could have gone up to one of those women and said, bitch, your son is in rehab right now. What the fuck are you doing at a No Kings protest? I could have done that. I didn't. But what was she doing at a No Kings protest? She should be fixing her own shit because her children are drug addicts. Come on, honey. Come on.
When your partner is saying things that you don't want to hear and you want to use manifestation to fix it, what you do is you tune them out respectfully, but you stop listening.
I don't want to talk to New Age.
What? You tune them out. Okay.
Spiritual people anymore. That's fucking weird.
There's a lot of bases that we can touch with this, with all of the information that we are about to see. But I just really I want y'all to see why people are leaving spirituality and saying they're not spiritual anymore.
Silly.
Now, I'm going to tell you, when you leave this type of spirituality because you've recognized that there's an element of insanity in it, which is normal. When you get so up in a system and you realize there's an element of insanity in it, and you're like, well, I'm not going to be spiritual anymore. Well, then you probably weren't spiritual to begin with. You were probably using it as a costume. You were probably using it to solve some sort of issue, and it didn't fucking work for you, did it, honey? It didn't work for you, because real spirituality will rip you apart. It'll rip you apart and put you back together in a way that is more closely aligned to who you really are. So the fake shit won't even work anyway. So why even engage with it at this point? Why even give it any of your attention or time?
Ignorant humans, these are not gang signs. I am a weaver. They are not gang signs. These are my owl eyes. My love.
Girl.
Rain.
Did she just...
Oh, honey, I love that shit. I love that shit. I don't do that shit on camera anymore. Some people get frustrated because they're like, Patrick, why don't you talk about shamanism? Why don't you talk about it? And I squeeze it in when I can, but I'm not going to put that shit on camera anymore. I'm not going to put rituals on camera. The other day I thought, ooh, it would be a good idea to do a ritual on camera. Spirits took care of that real fucking quick. That some of these things are not supposed to be on camera. Some of the things are not supposed to be on YouTube. Some of the things are not supposed to be revealed at all. It will be revealed to you when you are ready. Because if it's revealed to you too soon, if you have one of those enlightenments without consent, you might end up like me. You'll end up in a mental institution. I mean, if this bitch isn't careful, she's going to get locked up. It's easy to laugh at, but we all have done shit like that. I mean,
as long as she not hurting nobody. That's all that's as long as she not hurting nobody.
Another thing, 100%, I am not a part of the spiritual community. I am spiritual, but I'm not a part of the spiritual community. That is filled with some goddamn shit. These motherfuckers is using spirituality as a way to gain power or to charm people or to like, this is not that. This is not that. Be fucking careful with these grand rising. Because a lot of these motherfuckers grand rising and they went.
Hello?
Patatim tralalera tralala. Patatim tralalera tralala.
Trippy troppy. I don't know the words. But thank you. Thank you, babe.
Yeah, absolutely. I just wanted to serenade you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, I got a question for you. What do you think the most spiritual video on YouTube right now is? Why do you think it's the most? I said it's the most spiritual video on YouTube because it's pure. Like it's just pure. It's not trying to be anything. It's just what it is. It's neither good nor bad. It's neither good nor bad.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm making a video. You're on video. Yeah. But
that song's been stuck in my head all day today.
It is like a prayer.
Yeah.
Like a prayer, like a koan.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like a Zen koan.
A Zen koan. It is.
Yeah.
Well, let me get back to making this video so that I can get to making dinner tonight. Would you like? Okay, would you? Here, I'll give you your choice. Do you want gold? Okay. Do you want gold on a shingle, or do you want Patrick's special pork?
Ooh, I want gold on a shingle.
Okay, it shall be yours by and by.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I love you.
Love you too.
Bye. Okay, let's get back to the video.
This is not that. Be fucking careful with these grand rising warriors. Because a lot of these motherfuckers who so...
Now, I know some of you say grand rising. I know some of you do that. And I understand your reasons for doing that. But...
Grand rising, and they wear these super big crystals and all this shit in aesthetic. And I ain't knocking it, but I'm being 100% real because spirituality is not an aesthetic. Literally. Like, that's why my look at me and they feel some type of way because I'm really that. Really what you're trying to pretend to be just on the natural side. Like, be yourself. Be yourself. Like, I don't like that shit. I don't respect it. And I see right through it. You will never trick me. And the only reason I'm speaking on it is because it needs to be spoke on. A lot of people are not spiritual leaders. They are cult leaders. Okay. They don't want to help you elevate. They want you to serve them and they want you to give your energy to them. Period. They want to sit on a pedestal and look down to others. This gives them some source of power. It's like how, they say guys who used to get bullied in school, they become police officers. That's what I'm noticing with spirituality. Like some people use it to put fear into others, to talk about, their spiritual protection and how their ancestors going to do this and their ancestors going to do that. Like, okay, bad. At the end of the day, all the energy you put out is going to come back to you. You cannot trick the universe. You can trick anything and everything else around you. God know the truth, and the universe is reacting to you, who you truly are and what you truly do. Not what you want to be, not how you want to see yourself, and that's the real danger of it, is because these people truly believe that they are something that they are not. Go touch some grass. Psychosis is real.
I don't know if any... Now, that's some real talk there. That is some real talk there, especially about bullied people or powerless people who learn how to manipulate and control other people. Now, I will tell you, don't you dare put a spiritual teacher on a pedestal. They will fail you each and every time. A spiritual teacher is first a human being. A spiritual teacher has their flaws. If you start to look at anybody, if you start to look at me, if you start to put me on a pedestal, don't. Do not do that. Do not put anybody above you. I'm a co-experiencer with you. I'm a shaman, but I ain't shit. I have a way of articulating stuff, But don't get it twisted. I haven't figured it all out. I'm not trying to figure it out. It's about removing obstacles, essentially. That's what shamanism is all about. That's what concrete shamanism is all about. It's about removing those obstacles for us to realize the truth. And I like what he said about you can't fool the universe. You can't fool the universe. You can fool a lot of things. And another thing I want to talk about is that your circumstances, your life situation is not who you are. It's how you react to it. And I know many of those spiritual teachers could not handle being broke. One of the best ways to learn is by being sober, single, and broke. And I love spiritual teachers who have been sober, single, and broke. If you ain't been none of those things, you may not have much to teach at all. You may not. And it becomes like this little kingdom of loyal subjects who put you on a pedestal. It's crazy. But as that paradigm comes to an end, more and more people are going to be speaking out about it. It's part of what's coming to light. The truth is coming to light. The universe loves the truth. And spiritual teachers who are speaking on the truth, life may get very easy for you. It might get very easy for you if you speak the truth.
Anybody ever told y'all this? But you don't got to pay for no reading to find out what's going on with you. You can.
I'm going to tell you that right now. No. You do not have to pay for a reading to know what's going on with you. That is for damn sure. You do not have to pay for a reading or a session to know what's going on with you. People pay for readings and sessions with me, but I'm just there to listen. I'm there to help them through their already ongoing spiritual process. But you do not have to pay anybody to know what's going on with you. God will speak right to you.
Look to self to find out what's going on with you. Everything that you need to know is already inside of you. You can look inside yourself to find out what you need to be doing, where you need to be going, how you need to be going about doing things. Start to communicate with your ancestors. Start to communicate with your spirit guides that are of no ancestral relationship, but are elevated and good moral character. And they will tell you what you need to be doing and how you need to be doing it. Stop going out here getting scammed. Stop being so busy trying to listen to everybody else that you can't hear your own spirit court talking to you. God didn't send you here by yourself. He didn't give you a body to be here by yourself. He gave you a whole spirit court of about 7 to 9 spirit guides to guide you. And if you're not woke, wake up. Come on now.
I've become less.
I know people. I knew people. I used to work with this girl. She didn't like me very much, but she would go to a tarot reader. And I told her, I'll read your cards. You don't have to pay me. She didn't want it. She didn't want it for free. She wanted to go to a tarot reader, somebody else. She didn't want me to help her because she knew I wasn't gonna put up with any bullshit. She knew that I wasn't gonna put up with any bullshit. But And I know that for many people, card readings is a source of income. But here's how oracle it is for us. But here's how oracle cards work. I know that every card that is pulled for you is the right one, and it's up to you. And I will help you see what is being dislodged in your subconscious. Doesn't come from me. Comes from you. Comes from God. Comes from the spirits. Sometimes I have insight into things, but you do not actually need tarot cards or readings or even sessions to find out what's going on with you. It can be fun though. It can be a whole hell of a lot of fun, but I think keeping it in that proper place as well, it is fun. It is fun. And sometimes those cards will reveal what's going on with you. But if somebody starts talking about curses or talking about specifically about other people, I'm a little suspicious of that. Because spirits won't tell me things about other people that those people don't want me to know. Sometimes I'll just naturally know. If you see a leopard, you know it's a leopard because it has spots. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
And less interested in learning about spirituality from people and just being focused on my damn self. Don't get me wrong. I believe that there's a lot of things in the world that have nothing to do with being spiritual that are just good and bad. Like people just be having bad energy. I guess I'm just making this video for anyone who may think that becoming spiritual is going to be the problem solver of your life. It's not. There are people in every genre of person that are fucking heads. And if you leave yourself open, you leave yourself vulnerable, looking for something that's supposed to heal you, that's supposed to teach you all this stuff, you're just going to end up getting played. Everything on this earth, you have to use discernment when using it. And I'm not going to lie. It's also a reason why whenever I meet somebody and they're like, oh, I do tarot readings. Oh, book me for a session and stuff like that. I'm really just not that interested. Because at the end of the day, having a gift is great, but capitalism is also a real thing. When I say it's been a long time coming of me just kind of letting go of like, when I say that I was so immersed, like, oh, I was so in it, like spiritual video, spirituality, divine feminine, like all this stuff. I was just like, yo, I need to become my best self, my best self. Bitch, I'm already my best self. I'm already fucking trying. I'm alive and I'm thriving and I'm fly and I'm cute. So y'all.
We gotta talk about the ones who go back to Christianity. Not all of y'all. Not all of y'all. Sometimes it just works for you. That's just what it is.
One reason why
I think that better than getting sessions and readings from people is to choose a mentor or to choose an elder, or choose somebody who has been where you are and they might be somewhere where you want to go. I think that's much better than choosing a random reading or a random session or somebody. Choose somebody that you want to work with. Maybe you even want to read their book, like our book, The Machinations of Ego. If you're ready to break free from drama, self-sabotage, and performative spirituality, this book will change your life. Get it, read it, wake the fuck up. ConcreteShamans.com. You know, we wrote that book through our experience of working with other people and also our own ego issues and also dealing with the ego in others. There's a lot of wisdom in that book, a whole lot of wisdom in that book. And you don't have to book a session with me to get it. You can just get the book and read it. That capitalism is real, of course, honey. But I think the bigger crime would have been if Merrick and I would have kept it to ourselves. If we would have kept it to ourselves. We almost did. Because we're like, is it wise to reveal this to people who are not ready? But I don't think anybody who's not ready I don't think they're interested in that book. I think if you've got questions about the ego, that book has answers. I really, really do. I don't think people who don't want to read it, they don't have to read it. This ain't a cult. I know some of you want me to start a cult, but let me remind you, we have a cult-free guarantee here. We're not starting a cult here. Never have, never will.
a lot of people dive into spirituality and then revert back to religion is because they use spirituality as escapism and bypassing. They misunderstand spirituality as a quick fix rather than a deep personal journey. Like, for an example, trying to find a man with rose quartz. These type of people think that spirituality is just gonna magically get rid of their problems, their trauma, and make their lives perfect without even putting in the effort to go within and acknowledge things about themselves.
Pause. Y'all remember this one?
Cannot go into 2025 with people who are still looking forward to their daily horoscope. I can't do it. This war we fighting, I need some intercessors. Y'all over here carrying around sage? Y'all still got rose quartz. I get it. I used to have the rose quartz in my bra. Like, I'm gonna find me a nigga today. Yeah, this rose quartz, this rock gonna bring me my husband. I get it. I have been there. But what I'm saying is, I'm not there anymore. And nothing against the people who believe in that. Just as for me and what I need in my life, I don't need a tool. I need the blood. So if you ain't covered in the blood, hey, you can't go to next year with me talking about.
Now, for those of you who are not in evangelical Christian circles, she's talking about the blood of Jesus. Like, the first time I heard that, I was a little freaked out. Somebody talking about the blood. I mean, I'm like, are y'all vampires? I mean, I think that's a little kooky. So you see, it's kooky and everybody's kooky. We just want to have some fun. 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 We just That's why I think Italian Brain Rot is the most spiritual video on YouTube right now. I think it's the most powerful spiritual tool out there. Italian Brain Rot. Let's go.
Did you read your daily microscope? I don't give a damn about
It just gives. Let's continue. I just wanted y'all remember that, right?
But spirituality is the complete opposite. Spirituality is like a mirror reflecting back who you truly are. Like it's a journey within. When they realize it's not always sunshine and rainbows, they get in fear and run back to religion. Because their plan was never to heal, grow, evolve, and accept things about themselves, or even take accountability. Their whole point of getting into spirituality was to avoid real life issues that they don't want to confront. Spirituality shows them parts of themselves that they've been suppressing their whole entire life. This is when they start to demonize spirituality because shadow aspects of themselves that they didn't have to face in religion is arising. And they can't take that. They can't take their shadow side. They think that the dark aspects of themselves that they've been avoiding are demons. In most religions, your darkness is associated with evil and demonic. But darkness is not always demonic. I need people to realize that. Those type of people find comfort in the familiar structure and community of organized religion. Spirituality requires self-awareness and accountability. And that can be overwhelming, especially if you're somebody who purposely avoid certain parts of themselves. Like you can't confront anything that you're going through. A lot of people fear the unknown and the lack of concrete answers that spirituality involves. They struggle with the lack of external validation and guidance that religion provides. Everybody cannot handle being confronted with their true selves. That's why a lot of people say that this path is not for everybody. We don't say that for no reason. When you are tapping into spirituality, you have to be prepared to face your inner demons and unresolved issues within. A lot of people tapping into spirituality for the wrong reasons, and that's gonna get your ass snatched up real quick.
New age spirituality isn't.
All right, so I'm going to leave that video there. If you want to watch the rest of it, it's about 26 minutes long. We only got through 12 minutes of it. But here's this thing. Here's this thing. You know, let's be real about what real spirituality is. You're going to find out you're a liar. You're going to find out you're a thief. You're going to find out you're a motherfucker. You're going to find out that people don't really love you. You're going to find out that you might be gay or straight. You might be different than what you thought you were. Like she said, many people can't handle meeting their true self. Like when we did this book, Transcend the False Self, it was meant to be a meditation book because there's only a passage on each page. Very simple. But the most important passages in this book are in the blank spaces. And it was meant if you are in an ego-based attack, if you have an ego attack, pain body attack, just put this book in your hand and then read it from cover to cover. It takes about 30 minutes. But we realized that there was way more to the story. And that's why we did The Machinations of Ego. That's why we wrote that book, because this book was like what comes after The Machinations of Ego. And so what she said about, you know, real spirituality is when you realize that you have a true self and that you have a divine self within you that can't really even be talked about or expressed at all. And the spirituality that we see on YouTube, like somebody called me a YouTube shaman the other day. And I'm like, I'm not a YouTube shaman. I'm a shaman with a YouTube channel. Those are two completely different things. And much of the stuff that I know or that I've experienced, I can't even tell you about. You have to realize it on your own. I mean, if you had gone through my life experience, you would know what I'm talking about, but you haven't. You're going to have to go on your own journey. Yeah, you can have teachers, you can have mentors, you can have friends, you can have all this stuff. But if it's a performance for you, it's not even going to help you. It's a waste of time. You may as well not even do it. Fake spirituality will fail to address addictions. It'll fail to address trauma. It'll fail to address those things. because though it won't address those things, because if it did address those things, then that fake spirituality would be revealed for the nonsense it is. Most people would be fine by going to a 12-step program. Like most people who are in fake spirituality would be highly served in an actual real spiritual program like a 12-step program. People are so fucking resistant to that shit. It is wild. They'll say, Patrick, I can't stop drinking. I can't stop drinking. Drinking is ruining my life. I'm willing to try anything. Please, Patrick, what spirits are around me? What rituals do I need to do to stop drinking? What do I need to do, Patrick? Please, drinking is killing me. And I'll say, oh, just go to a 12-step meeting. Get sober. Do the steps. Oh, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not getting involved in that. And that person is lost, because if you were willing to go to any lengths to solve anything in your life, you would do anything. Nothing would be off limits. Nothing would be off the table. Nothing would be, you would do anything. If you were truly that desperate for change, you would be willing to try anything. You would be willing to try shadow work. You would work on your ego issues. You would work on discovering what a monster you are. You know, most people are afraid to look in the mirror because they know they're going to see a gorilla. And I don't want to see a gorilla. But discovering who you really are means that you're going to have to look in that mirror and see what a monster you are, what a piece of shit you are, what an insignificant, foolish thing you are. And that's real spirituality, because until you realize how foolish and insignificant you are, you're going to continue to take bullshit seriously. You're going to continue to gossip. You're going to continue to lie to people. You're going to continue to have all these addictions. You're just going to continue. Don't even do fake spirituality. You may as well be going to the Church of Italian Brain Rot with some of this shit. But it does have its place. Like most of the people in that video said, I used to be there too. I used to do that shit. Oh yeah, I used to do that shit. Yeah, I mean, I got on YouTube when I was awakened, not even a year, and I was talking about this shit like I knew what I was talking about. Look,
let's read a quote from Pema. Okay, Pema says, "When we build a house, we start by creating a stable foundation. Just so when we wish to benefit others, we start by developing warmth or friendship to ourselves. It is common, however, for people to have a distorted view of friendliness and warmth. We'll say, for instance, that we need to take care of ourselves. But how many of us really know how to do this? When clinging to security and comfort and warding off pain become the focus of our lives, we don't end up feeling cared for, and we certainly don't feel motivated to extend ourselves to others. We end up feeling more threatened or irritable."
So the message of that video is take care of yourself first. If you don't know how to take care of yourself, if you don't know how to heal your own wounds, if you don't know the difference between fake spirituality and real spirituality, then maybe we should all just shut the fuck up for a while. Before telling other people how to live, we probably should know how to live, period. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to support the work we do, please like and subscribe, comment, or use an emoji if you've got nothing to say. Share this content with others. Join our other channel and support the work we do and get access to members-only videos and features on that channel. Thank you for watching and growing with us. And don't forget that we love you. Yes, we do.